Connor was asking about red flags of service subs. Red flags of submissives who identify as a service sub, which to me means they are more an alpha sub, or there might be some AP tendencies there. But I have some red flags and I have some green flags for you when it comes to dealing with anyone who identifies as a service sub. The line between healthy and control can be very thin. Red flags is if this service sub views service as a way to control, or top from the bottom, or to trap the dominant in this dynamic so they will feel safe. They will feel like they're in control of the relationship, they're in control of the dynamic. If they serve their dominant well enough, their dominant won't leave them. Their dominant won't reject them. Their dominant won't abandon them. And so when a service sub starts serving, not to give, but to get, that's when it becomes solely manipulative and very toxic, and it's really topping from the bottom. It really is. Because if you have a service sub who is serving, who is giving to give, then there aren't going to be demands placed on your reactions and behavior, dominant. You're going to be free to respond to the service in whatever way you see fit. But if there are expectations and hidden agendas that come with the service, then the service sub is going to serve not to give, but to get. Now, they won't come out and say it, but that's what separates a healthy service sub from a toxic service sub. That service sub will not give to give, they will give to get. And oftentimes there's just a slew of unspoken expectations around how the dominant should respond, how enthusiastic they should be. They're trying to often manipulate in a passive-aggressive way, more time, more connection, more attention, things like that. So be careful, be aware. Service is not always good. Sometimes service is also love bombing, and it's manipulative. And you have a service sub who is so unregulated and so in need of being in control that they will use their service as a way to control, as a way to prevent the dominant from acting out of line. Okay? So that's the thing. Are they serving to give, or are they serving to get? Okay? It can seem really sneaky. Okay? But it's powerful. It's a very, very powerful paradigm shift. Okay? Are they, the submissive, reactive or proactive in their service? Okay? Because if you have a very, very controlling, insecure submissive that's constantly proactively looking for ways to jump in and help and be of service, but you're not asking for that, you're just wanting them to rest until you call on them, that's going to be very triggering to you as the dominant and very incompatible for both of you. So that's also something to keep in mind is, dominant, do you want to be the dominant that gives them just kind of basic training? They know generally what you like, what you expect, and you just expect them to be present and be mindful and jump in and meet a need when they see it. Are you looking for proactive service from them, or are you looking for reactive service where it would feel almost controlling if the submissive was just constantly looking for things to take off your plate? And that would make you feel violated and controlled as the dominant. And you're looking for more reactive service where they're at peace and they're resting and they're giving you space and they have space to do their thing. But when you call on them, when you beckon them, when you say, I have something for you to do, it's yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I'm thrilled to do it. That makes sense. Reactive versus proactive, and then serving to get versus serving to give. If you're serving to give, there's not going to be expectations. There's not going to be this topping from the bottom or manipulative kind of gameplay going on passive aggressively. If the submissive is actually serving to give, then it's healthy. But if they're serving to get, then we beckon in all kinds of role confusion, manipulation, topping from the bottom, passive aggressive behaviors, all that bad stuff that we don't want.